This video will review how to baseline a schedule. It's a two-step process. You have to first maintain baseline and then assign a baseline. So in order to do it, ideally you want to have a schedule that has not been updated. This schedule has not been updated, but it's also never too late to baseline. You will go to Project, Maintain Baseline, and then simply click Add. Keep the default and then say OK. It will then name the baseline 01-overview navigation. That's the name of the project. It'll always put a -B1. -B1 is baseline 1. You can actually also categorize it at the bottom with the original baseline, and then you can close it. So that right there maintained it. And now, since it's a two-step process, the next thing is you need to assign the baseline. So you go to Project, Assign Baseline, and for Project Baseline, click the newly created baseline, and for the user baseline primary, also click the newly created baseline and say OK. So that has created your baseline and assigned it, and now in order to print it, go and pick a layout called first click on this bar that says Layout, go to Layout, Open. If you want to save changes, say No. Open up one that says WBS Layout Baseline Comparison Schedule, and then open it. This layout will allow you to print your current versus your original project baseline. So as you can see, this took a snapshot. Because we haven't done any updates, your baseline, which is the narrow bar on the top, is exactly the same as the baseline, the original baseline at the bottom. Now, as for project review purposes, they want us to also do month to month. So what you have to do here is you create every month. You want to create a baseline. So we're going to go ahead and create or maintain another baseline. Again, you just keep the default. So this just made a copy of our baseline, and we're just going to call this October. And we're going to go ahead and say monthly snapshot and then close. Now I'm going to go ahead and update this schedule by a couple weeks or so, a few days. Schedule. And I'm going to baseline that schedule again. We're going to pretend we're in November. So again, you want to do this every month. This is baseline 3, but I'm going to go ahead and call it November. And then give it a baseline of monthly snapshot, and then close. So in order to compare month to month, you need to go and assign that. Now this one here, the one that's highlighted, user baseline primary, that never changes. That's always your original baseline unless you re-baseline your whole project. You get an owner change order and you have to baseline it. Otherwise that remains the same. This one will change month to month. So you will pick October if you want to compare your current versus October, or you pick November if you want to compare your current to November. For now, we're going to compare our current schedule to October. So we'll say OK. Then this is a different layout. Go say Layout, Open, and for this particular report, you click Current versus Last Month Comparison. Say Open. So this particular schedule will show your current, which is, this one is critical, it's again the top one, versus last month, which is the bottom one. So those are the two different layouts. Again, in review, you got current versus last month, and for that, again, you have to assign every month. You snapshot it and make a copy, and this is the maintenance that you do every month. But for the other layout, the baseline comparison, that one you as long as you keep the baseline at the project baseline B1 the same, it will always go back and compare your current versus your original project baseline. And that's how you do the baseline on a project.